Welcome back, everybody. I'm Nettie Owens with Sapari Group, and today I have with me Jim Ries of Offit Kurman. Good to have you here, Jim.
Great to be here, Nettie.
I'm excited to talk to you. We were just chatting a little bit before we hopped on here. We've got some good information for business owners, and we're going to be talking a little bit too about Momentum Live. Offit Kurman is a sponsor, and we're thrilled to have you on in this partnership. But I wanted to really focus our conversation today about Offit Kurman, who you serve, what do you do, and why is that so beneficial for the people that work with you? So Offit Kurman's been around forever. It feels like I was looking at the timeline, and 1987, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
When the firm was founded. I didn't say I was going to ask you this, but maybe if you could just tell us a little bit about the firm and the history, what brought us to today.
Sure. So the firm was founded, I believe, in 1987 by Ted Offit, his older brother Maurice Offit, and Maurice's best childhood friend Howard Kurman. Hence the name Offit Kurman. So it's the Offit brothers and Howard Kurman. Ted Offit was a business attorney. Maurice Offit was an estate planning attorney, still is, by the way. And Howard Kurman was and still is an employment attorney. So they started this law firm, and they recognized right away that there was a vacuum in the middle market and the small business, small to middle market. It's a vacuum, and no one was really servicing those businesses from a legal side. So the large law firms had sort of.
I didn't realize the strong foundation that the firm had in business law, and that's really encouraging to hear. And certainly, I feel like even today, smaller to mid-sized businesses have fewer resources available. So knowing that, such a longstanding organization has been helping, that is very encouraging.
Yeah, it was a very much the small to mid-size market was very much underserved then and still is now, because I feel like everybody wants to service the publicly traded companies and the large commercial businesses, but we truly have stuck to the small to mid-size market. That's really a market that has always been underserved, and we serve them well, very well.
So tell me a little bit more about some of the work that you do now. I mean, I certainly understand where you started, but the company is not just two brothers and a childhood friend anymore. You have a reach across the whole United States at this point. So what has changed in these last many years?
Yeah. So the firm has, plus or minus around 270 attorneys right now in 8 or 9 states from South Carolina up to New York. And now, very exciting that we have an office in LA. And so our goal now in our strategic growth plan is to fill in the rest of the country and national. And I've seen the firm create these strategic goals, and I've seen them achieve. No question that we're going to achieve this goal in the next 3 to 5 years, and we will.
That's amazing. I'm noticing that there's a little bit of a glitch on our connection. I'm not sure if it's my end or your end. I just wanted to acknowledge that. So if our listeners are going, I'm noticing something strange, that's what it is. But we'll try and persist through that. So that's a great goal, and the basis of the event Momentum Live is strategic planning. So getting to hear about Offit Kurman's strategic plan is exciting, and in alignment with that. For our CEOs, our business owners out there, who are thinking about whether or not they need an attorney on their side, and if they can afford to have an attorney on their side, what's the value of bringing on a partner like Offit Kurman with, into your company and organization?
Yeah. So first of all, I mentioned we really only service the small, and that's our market. So for small business, so we my one-stop shop for legal is owner businesses for entrepreneurs and for families of. So we're well positioned to help these kinds of businesses. Uh, we're a one-stop shop. So they don't need to have different attorneys at different firms. They just, can find everything within Offit Kurman. Offit Kurman also, we're built like a commercial business. We're run like a commercial business. We're managed like a commercial business. We're not necessarily managed by just attorneys like most law firms. We're actually managed by attorneys and professional managers, and that's just different from other law firms. In addition, we have a real entrepreneurial spirit. We have growth strategies. We are a growth machine, or like the firm likes to say, growth is part of our DNA. And so we are a great fit for any owner-managed business, entrepreneur that's looking to grow their business and needs legal services. We're a really good match for them.
I love what you said about being a one-stop shop, because a lot of times as a business owner, I have to make a choice on, which service provider or advisor I'm going to work with. And there are so many legal issues, from writing contracts to handling customer disputes to public relations snafus, that require having a trusted advisor on your side. If I have somebody who could, because of the way the firm is set up, any one of my questions could get answered. I don't have to look outside of that company to find what I need. And that's so reassuring. So I'm really glad to hear about all the services. I know I've used Offit Kurman personally, which is, you have that capability too. So this idea of, being a one-stop shop is just really supportive to small businesses, because we don't have the bandwidth to bring in a new person for every question that we have. So that's awesome. Is there anything else that you feel like you want to communicate to our business owners out there who are listening?
I do. Thanks for asking. What a great setup. A couple things. What I like to tell people is that I rescue business owners who are working with the wrong attorney, not a bad attorney, just the wrong attorney. Because what I have learned in speaking to business owners is that most of them are tired of being underserved, overcharged, or ignored by their attorney. And that's where we come in, and we can provide a fabulous level of service and communications to those business owners who feel underserved, overcharged, or ignored by their attorney. I like to say also, one of my sound bites is that I would like to be their legal concierge. So when you think of a concierge at a high-end hotel, I want to be the legal concierge, so that business owners who need legal services, all they have to do is contact me, and I will speak to them, learn about their issue, and connect them with the right attorney at our firm to help service them with their legal issue.
Well,
That's
I
really
can
what I
say
get.
that's definitely true. In the times that I've reached out, you've been quick to respond and connect me with the exactly right person that can help me with the question that I have. So I appreciate that. And I find it to be true. So, and anybody who has connected with you, Jim, knows, you know everyone.
Thanks. Well, I've been around for a long time too.
So whether it's within the firm or otherwise, just such a great resource to tap into and get support as a business owner. So I reached out a little while back and said, would Offit Kurman like to partner for Momentum Live? And you said yes, and I was just thrilled to be able to form this alliance. What made this a good fit for Offit Kurman?
Yeah, so many different things. So I won't get into a long story, but my background is in business. I worked for 31 years in my family's business, and I ran the business for the last 10 out of the 31 years. So I know business. Now I know enough about law to be dangerous. But what I do know is that the business owners that you are likely to have at your Momentum Live event probably don't have dependable legal services that they can call on and pick up the phone or send a text or an email and get an answer or get connected with an attorney who can help them. That's the value that I can bring in. All I want to do is see that these small to mid-sized businesses receive the services that they deserve, whether it be legal, accounting, marketing, technology. In my case, obviously, it's legal. And so I want to make sure they get served well and that they get represented the right way. So that's what got me to really want to be a part of this event and to sponsor this event. I just want to be around those business owners because I know I can help them. And by the way, if it's not legal services and they're looking for a CPA or benefits firm or a marketing firm or an IT firm or a landscaper or a painter or a contractor, I can probably help them too because I've got a really great network of people that are quite dependable.
It's true, you do, and you're so service-minded. You're always seeking to be that connector and to help out where you can, and I think that's what's been meaningful to me about our relationship over these last many years. I'm so excited to have Offit Kurman on and to have you with us at Momentum Live. If anybody is interested or looking to connect with Jim, he is the website offitkurman.com is in his is right here on the screen for you to check out. What's the best way for people to reach you, Jim?
Email or phone. Email is jries@offitkurman.com. Easy to remember. And phone number is 410-733-6133. That's my personal cell phone. Call me. If I don't answer, leave a message and I will get back to you. I promise.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that and that very direct connection to help. You can meet Jim and all the rest of our great sponsors and our attendees at Momentum Live. There is still availability to register, and all you have to do is go to momentumlive.info. We have a mixer just to kick off the event, so even if you can't attend the whole thing, we encourage you to come to the mixer on Monday. The details are all available if you follow the link, momentumlive.info. Thank you so much, Jim. And it's been a pleasure getting to learn more about Offit Kurman and how you serve the community.
Thank you, Nettie. And I'm just proud and glad to be part of Momentum Live. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for the opportunity.